So hi and welcome to your CPE 6356 Introduction to HDL. This topic discusses week 2, Verilog HDL program installation. So learning outcome to be able to install two different types of HDL application. Okay, the first application, installation of iVerilog. Okay, later on I'll be showing you the application. And then installation of Notepad++ or other source code editor like Sublime, NetBeans, etc. So whatever you're using, example, you're using Visual Studio, okay. Then next, of course, using command prompt. So then the second application, okay, we have the Model Sim Student Edition. Actually, this is the most commonly used application for HDL, okay. And then second, we have the installation of Active HDL Student Edition. So you will notice that I did not put installation in the Model Sim. So why? So because there is a problem in downloading this application. So later on, you will see what this problem is. Okay, so these are the links. Okay, yung Google Drive, you'll be using this one. I already shared two folders. Okay, the first one is the Active HDL Student, this one, in the iVerilog. So for now, if you have any problem with your computer or in your internet, kasi this one is around 5 to 6 gig, okay? And this one is around 100 to 150 MB only. So this you can download this first. We'll be using this first. Okay, then you can download this if you have time. Okay, so just I already posted this in our VC, so you can just click the link. And then I told you earlier that we have problem downloading the Model Sim. So this is the issue. Okay, when you go to their site, you will notice this one, Model Sim Student Edition unavailable. So we're sorry, your requested software is temporarily unavailable. So this is the reason. Okay, so hopefully by next month we can download this now. But it's okay because we're going to use also the Active HDL. Okay, so this is the first. Okay, first, before the Verilog, of course, you have to install the Notepad++. If you already have your installer, okay, or your code, you can use that. Okay, or if you do not have, just use this Notepad++. So first, download this, install if you don't have any Notepad++. Then after that, we'll go to the first installation, which is the iVerilog. You will notice the icon. So this is the iVerilog. Yeah, it's the red icon, and then iVerilog does version 11-2021-0204x64 setup. Okay, just install this one. When you double click that one, okay, it will go to the pop-up or the page. Okay, just click the I accept, agreement, and then proceed. Click next. Then after that, click next again. Okay, when you next again, and then yan. This is very important. Make sure, okay, to take the install this one, mean GW dependencies or DLL libraries, and also the install GTK Wave x64. So make sure that it is ticked or with check mark. And then just click next. Okay. And the number 5, make sure that the add this one, okay, that the add executable folders to the user path is ticked or with check and then click next. Okay, the default here, this one does not have tick, or it does not have check. Okay, this is blank. Make sure to check this one, okay, because your program will not work. And then just click next. Okay, and then of course, on the next page, okay, it will show you the setup type. Of course, it should be full installation. Then the setup selected components. If you remember, I told you to make sure that this is ticked. This one now is the selected components. So the install mean GW dependencies, the LL libraries, and then the install GTK Wave x64. And then these are the additional tasks. Okay, we have the additional shortcut, create desktop shortcut, and then the add executable, diba? We also tick this one, the add executable folders to the user path. Then after that, just click install. Then of course, you will now see the installation progress. Okay, so once done, okay, once the installation is finished, just click finish to exit the installation. So to check, of course, check if you have the Verilog, Icarus Verilog icon in your desktop. So this is the icon. Okay, but this does not mean that you already installed it properly. Okay, so to check, you have to go to the command terminal or the command prompt. Okay, so you know the process. Just go to the search and type CMD or window R, then type CMD. Okay, and then click command prompt. Then in the command terminal, type iVerilog. Okay, this one. Type iVerilog. Okay, and you should be able to do this to see this. Okay, you have the usage, iVerilog, and then different options. Okay, if there is an error, you just have to try reinstalling because I experienced before. I tried installing once and then I tried typing iVerilog. I encountered error. So what I did is I installed the iVerilog and then reinstall it. Then now, ito, you already have this one. So make sure to check if you already installed this in the CMD. Okay, next, of course, we have the next application, which is the FPFhdl Student Edition. So when you are done downloading the FPFhdl Student Edition, of course, extract this first. So you'll have this folder, and then inside this folder, you'll see this. So you will notice, but that's why I told you it's around 4 gig or 5 gig or 6 gig because this one is 1.5 or 1.6, 1.6, 1.1, and almost 500 MB. Okay, so the important part here is first install the active HDL underscore SE 2020 main setup. Okay, you have to install this first before you can install this. These are the libraries. Okay, we have the libraries for FPGA, Lattice Diamond, Microsemi, QuickLogic, and C-Links. Okay, make sure they're in the same folder. So that's why I put everything in the same folder now. So just install first the main setup and then install everything. Okay, so when you double click the main setup, you will go to this page. Okay, just click next to proceed. And then, of course, again, click the I accept agreement, license agreement, and then click next. Okay, so this is very important. The default here will be your username. But the default in the company name, it's blank. Okay, just put I'm a university. Okay, and then this will now, you can now click the next. Okay, the default, this is grayed out because this is blank. So you have to put the company name. Just use my university. Then you can now click this one. After that, just click next. Okay, and then click browse if you want to change the location of your installation, and then click next. Okay, example, you have your second hard drive or storage, and you want to install this application in D drive. So just browse, just click browse, and then select D drive. Okay, and after that, click next. Then click browse again if you want to change the location where your project will be stored. Of course, if you install your application in D drive, much better, you will also install your this one, your folder in the D drive. Okay, and then again, click next. Okay, so make sure that the vendor HDL library is ticked. This one, stand again, the default here, this is blank. Okay, so you can tick this one or put check mark. And also, if you want to use the run MATLAB or the MATLAB, okay, you have here run MATLAB / Simulink interface setup. So you can just tick this one if you want also to install this. Okay, the important part here, make sure that the vendor HDL is ticked. Okay, and after that, click next. So let's read the message. Okay, you have chosen to install HDL vendor libraries in the previous wizard page. So the active HDL provides vendor libraries as the separate installation packages. So to install the vendor libraries, run a required library installation package. So once you're finished, installing core active. So, di ba, I told you earlier, I told you earlier that you have to install first the main setup. After that, okay, this you have to install now the libraries. Okay, after that, just click next. Okay, so here it will show us all the files and applications that we will be installed. Okay, so we have here, you will notice you have here the VHDL, we have the Verilog. These are what are we going to use. Okay, so the Verilog, which the files are V, and SV. Okay, and then just click next. Okay, after that, you will notice now. Okay, the current setting, we have the destination directory. So if you selected D, this will be D. Also, this will also be D. And then the selected components, we have the main active HDL default and the system C libraries. And then just click next. You will see the installation in progress. Just click finish. Okay, once installation is done. Now this is your user interface. Okay, once you're done installing, just look for this one, the icon for the active HDL. Just double click this one and you'll go to this user interface. Now, okay, just click file first, then click new, and then click workspace. Okay, so we can have our workspace. Then it will go to this one. Okay, you have this, the blank HDL, but it will have a pop-up. Okay, it will ask you for the workspace name first. Okay, let's example will be testing and have other. So for here in the example, I included the have other test workspace because we'll be testing and have other. Okay, then select the location for the workspace. Okay, it's the default. Okay, what we assign, and then just click OK. Okay, and then make sure on the next page, select create an empty design. Okay, so that everything will be blank. So we will start from the beginning. Okay, we'll have to input the module. Okay, then just click next. Okay, and then another page. Okay, we have the block diagram configuration. Just set this as default HD. Okay, then on the default HDL language, make sure to select Verilog, this one. And then for the vendor, just select Clinks. Okay, and then just click next. Now, okay, you will go to this user interface. Okay, this is the blank, this blank. Then you can click this one, the have other test. This is our workspace. And then again, click the add new file. Okay, and this will be your next page. Okay, make sure to indicate your name, the name of the workspace. Example, we'll be testing have other, diba? So just put here have other. Okay, and then select Verilog source code if we are going to use Verilog. If we are going to use VHDL, just select VHDL source code. Again, select Verilog source code, this one. And then click OK. Okay, now you will notice have other.v because we selected Verilog. Okay, this will now be your initial, okay, and then this will be your ending. Type module and end it with end module. Okay, that's all for today, class, and thank you.